Welcome back, everybody. It is me, Cyrus. Today we are looking at the Nintendo Switch Online service, and we're going to check out the Game Boy Advance games that they give you access to. So let's jump in here and see what we have. This is how it currently stands. Of course, they keep adding games to this, and the service just keeps getting more comprehensive. So there's not a lot of Game Boy Advance games here yet, but there are some good ones. Metroid Fusion, which is arguably one of the best Game Boy Advance games, and a really, really good Metroid game. There's some off-the-wall ones like that one, which Kuru, I've never even played that one. Minish Cap, which is a Zelda game that everybody is probably familiar with. If you haven't played it, check it out. It's pretty cool. Some Mario Kart, Mario 3, it's like a improved version of the NES game. There's WarioWare, Mario and Luigi, and that's all there is so far. But like I said, they keep adding to this. So let's take a look at some of these. Let's start with Mario Kart. By the way, before we get into it, check out the options over here. One player, local multiplayer, online. For the settings, there is some filters you can put on, smaller screen, a couple different variations, things like that. Jump back into that. All right, here we go. So a lot of people think the Game Boy Advance is sort of just a Super Nintendo, but it's much more powerful than a Super Nintendo, and it can do Mode 7 stuff or effects that look like Mode 7 stuff from the Super Nintendo, but much better, much more detail, and with some extra like bonuses and things like that. So if you ever played Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, it looks pretty good, but this is actually much more detailed than that. It's really great, having this on the Switch, obviously, because you can play the Game Boy Advance games in handheld mode. And it's like having a extremely upgraded Game Boy Advance for these games. Or you can play them on your TV, play them with a regular controller, Pro controllers, things like that. Oh boy. All right. And this is a game what's really interesting about having this game on the service is being able to play this online, because that's not something you could ever do with a Game Boy Advance. That's pretty cool. And you can put save states and stuff. So pretty cool stuff. And this is a far more advanced version of Super Mario Bros. 3. If you've ever played it on the NES. They did a enhanced version of this for the Super Nintendo for the Super Mario All-Stars game. But this is much more advanced than that too. Pretty cool way to play this game. Look at that. Mario Brothers. Super Mario 3, both of those in one game. That's pretty cool. And you get to save your game, which you can't do in the NES version. Create a save spot if you want. It's up to you. Oops, I missed it. There it is.
Just what I needed.
Oh no. There we go. Anyway, you get the idea. So yeah, plenty of good, you know, there's not that many games, but there's a lot of gameplay here because these are all really good games. And you could spend quite a bit of time just going through these. But they're going to keep adding more, so just keep your eyes open for new games that are available on the service. Now, if you never played Minish Cap, this is one of those very unique looking Zelda games that doesn't really look like any of the other ones. But I guess at this point there's several Zelda games that are like that. They used to all kind of look similar, but then they started to, different games started to come out that all kind of went their own direction. This is one of the first ones that did that. I think the graphics are really nice. Pretty substantial upgrade in detail and obviously color and everything from the Game Boy Color Zeldas that came before this and the regular Game Boy game Zeldas that came before that. And I won't spoil the game for you. You can play it yourself, but it is really cool. Well, I might spoil it later and play some of it in a separate video. I love all these games. This, like I said, is a absolutely fantastic game. So yeah, Metroid 4. This is the one that comes after Super Metroid. So yeah, really good graphics in this game and great gameplay. I remember when I first got this and I fired this thing up and I was just like, wow. Game Boy Advance is really good. I have one of those nice Game Boy Advance SPs that has the backlit screen. As nice as it is, and it is very nice, it's really not all that comfortable to play because it is so small and my hands are humongous, so they're kind of like cramped up. So this is definitely a much more comfortable way to play it, whether I'm playing it in handheld mode or I'm using my 8BitDo SN30 Pro controller on this. Look at these graphics. Just really, really great graphics. Yeah, you should check this out. And that's it for now. I will be back with more videos looking at different aspects of the Nintendo Switch Online service and a lot of other stuff as well. So thanks for watching. More videos coming soon, and I will catch you later. Take care. Bye.